Today on the Channel 6 News, we got a mutant interest story with the April O'Neil NECA Toys cartoon Ultimate Edition.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for a NECA cartoon Target exclusive unboxing and review. And today, we've got the long-awaited, highly anticipated April O'Neil Ultimate Edition. But for all your Ninja Turtle needs that are not Target exclusives, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $59 does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. And finally, after many years of waiting for a lot of collectors, April O'Neil is back on the store pegs, store shelves, NECA section, whatever you want to call it. Now, a lot of people, including myself, the original April O'Neil figure from the NECA cartoon line, left a lot to be desired, let's be honest, and we'll compare that one a little bit later in this very video. But this one's going to right a lot of wrongs, hopefully in a lot of Turtle fans' collections, as a lot of people are missing April O'Neil. And some would say outside of the Turtles, outside of Shredder, she's right up there with probably Splinter, April, maybe Bebop, Rocksteady as the next core group of characters you need in your Turtle collection. Definitely a main event player in the Turtle universe. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And like I said, we'll have some comparisons a little bit later in this very video. But there it is. There's old April O'Neil on the front on the TV screen. It is truly a mutant interest story right there. You got Splinter and the Turtles watching her. Very cool packaging box. Very VHS-like, as we do know. Got mutant interest story on the side, easy for me to say. Volume number 11, of course, VHS style packaging. We've seen it on both sides. Then on the back, we got a big blurb back here. We're going to dive in. Let's read this blurb. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what all the fuss is about with April O'Neil. It says, Channel 6's April O'Neil here with today's top story. Construction begins on developer Horatio Stressbar's new theme park. This just in, officials have confirmed a break-in at the Midtown Pizza Museum. Reports say that a rambunctious rhino and worrisome warthog have made off with a cutting-edge pizza cutter. Breaking news, pizza panic in Central Park. Eyewitnesses are telling me that a no-nonsense man in a metal mask, possibly a ninja, has stolen all of the city's pepperoni supply. A dark day, that's what that is. Dateline Dimension X, a giant vortex has materialized directly above me. A monstrous robot, which appears to be a brain in his stomach, is walking down 6th Avenue and heading towards Vinny's Pizza Palace. Stay tuned as I attempt to get an exclusive interview with this mechanical mastermind. April O'Neil reporting live from Channel 6 Happy Hour News. So there you go. On the back here, we got some glamour shots, a few different things going on. So an interesting one, no doubt about it. Of course, it wouldn't be NECA without the flap. You get a little April glamour shot right there. Then you get the figure in the window box. Tons of accessories with this one, making it an Ultimate Edition. And like I said, going to fill a hole in a lot of collectors' collections with this figure. But I'm going to take this offline, get her out of the pack. We'll be back talking all things April O'Neil. All right, breaking news. We are back with April O'Neil out of the package here. And let's break this figure down and let's start with the accessories as we always do. And oh my gosh, let's give me a hand here, as I don't know if we've had a figure in quite so long that has had this many different hands with it. So many hands here. She does come with 2 gripping hands on the figure out of the pack, but what I see here is no fisted hands. Where's April? She loves to give a fist to a turtle from time to time. Who knows? But she should at least have one fist in here. I mean, she's not a real fighter or anything, but you got so many different hand varieties. A fist wouldn't be the end of the world, I don't think. But let's go through these hands. So you get the old peace sign hands. They do look like the peace sign. They do work for the peace sign, I guess, but it's also probably the countdown fingers for the news and stuff. All right, we got 3, 2, 1 of those kind of things. But you get the 2 right there. Or she's doing her best Three Stooges impression. She's giving the old finger point to the eyes. Could be that too. Choose your own hand adventure, as we always say. She's got 2 slapping hands, and April seems like more of a slapper than a fist thrower, I guess. So she's got the slapping hands right there. We got 2 more slapping hands with just a little bit of an arch to the fingers. Would have rather seen fists for this one. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. We got that. We got 2 finger pointing hands because she loved to do the old Hulk Hogan, what's up, brother hands. I'm talking to you, brother. She's got some of that going on. Or she's pointing to the screen doing that, or pointing to her interviewee, whatever you may need there. And then, of course, April, not a lot of people know this, probably breaking news here on the channel. She is a massive Hacksaw Jim Duggan fan. Yes, you heard it here first. Ho, she would say all the time. So we got the 2 thumbs up hands there for old April O'Neil. Tons of hands right there. Of course, we do get her microphone. Gotta have this. She is a reporter after all. Channel 6 microphone. Here for that all day long. And then, of course, we do get her video camera. Of course, you get this to Vern if you need to, but we've seen this before. We also saw this with the first edition of April O'Neil, which we will bring out here in a little bit. You do get the microphone once again, and you get the tape deck. I guess it's rolling tape right there. That's old school style. That's 1987 for you, but you're rolling tape there. So you got all the equipment here to do your own newscast if you need to. So we do have that. The hits keep on coming here once again, and we got some interesting things. I believe this was from that Little Shop of Horrors like episode there, but you do got the plant that talks and stuff. Got a little of that, the purple pot to the purple flower, we'll call it right there, but we do have this, so that does look good. We get a lot of reuse with this set here, and of course another Pizza Monster. We've had many Pizza Monsters in different packs over the last couple of years. Here is another one once again, all in orange, kind of like a boo, I'm gonna scare you, something like that going on, but a Pizza Monster is always nice. We do got a book here, The Hare and the Tortoise. Am I mistaken? Did we see this book before? I feel like we saw this with another pack somewhere along the way. But we got The Hare and the Tortoise, so we got the book there. We've seen a few different books in the Turtles line over the last couple of years. We do get the Turtle Communicator as I throw it and lose it. Very, very small communicator. I believe it opens up. Yes, it does. So this does open up. Very small, very fragile, though, so you got to be careful with it. But a Turtle Communicator in case she wants to, of course, communicate with the turtles. So you can do that if you need to. We do get this flower pot, and I believe we saw this once again before, way early on. Maybe it was with the original April. It very well could have been. But it is a flower pot here, once again, all in purple. You got all the green leaves going on, a couple flowers inside there. So we can build our, flower collection, I guess, at the end of the day there. Then we do get this picture here. Is this like April's mom or April's grandma? Maybe neither. I can't remember, but I feel like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just making it up in my head. I'm not exactly sure. When I did get this package, my daughters were with me. I said to Emma, we were standing there, I said, Emma, look, it even comes with a picture of Elle. And she thought for sure, she looked real close. She's like, wait a minute, that's not Elle. Fun jokes dads like to play on their kids, I guess, there. But you get a little picture frame here. You can put this wherever you want. You can mix this with other toy lines if you need to. Nothing funnier than an old lady picture. And funny story for me, story time with Kyle. When I first met my wife, yes, many, many moons ago, we were at like a dance club. And if you guys know me and my heavy metal listening and my hard rock listening, whatever you want to call it, I wasn't one for the clubbing type. I was not one to go to the dance clubs, things like that. That's not my scene. However, one of my buddies dragged me to the dance club, and that's what I did. So I was there, cruising for chicks. That's what you do. You got to go where the chicks are. They're not at the heavy metal dive bars and things like that. Believe it or not, they're not in the action figure aisle very often either. I don't know. It's strange. But I did meet my wife at this dance club. It was very random. We just kind of bumped into each other there. Actually, my friend tried to hit on her, and she totally blew him off and came beelining to me, because why wouldn't you? Actually, I had short hair at the time. I think I had like a buzz cut at the time. But I was looking like a young Lance Bass back in the day, I think, is what a lot of people always said. People always said I looked like Lance Bass or The Miz. That Miz story, that's a good one for a future video there. But I did meet my wife there. She was in town visiting friends and stuff, and I didn't have a way to give her my number. There was no, there was social media, I guess. I don't know, but there was no way to really get a hold of each other. So you had to give somebody your phone number, I guess, for text messages and things like that. I don't even know if texting was a big thing back then. I don't know. What is time? But I pulled out of my wallet. I'm getting there. I'm getting to the conclusion of this story. I used to carry around this picture of this old lady, and I got it out of like a magazine or something. I thought it was just the funniest thing to have in my wallet. You'd open my wallet up, there's this old lady, and people would be like, oh, is that your grandma? Is that your mom? Nah, it's just a picture of a random old lady. But I did give my number to my wife, now Angie. I gave her my number on the back of a picture of like an old lady like that. Gave it to her, she called it and stuff, and the next thing you know, the rest is history. So there you go. That's how I met my wife. So whenever I see an old funny lady picture like that, it always reminds me back to that, how I introduced myself, how I met my wife, and like I said, the rest is history. So there you go. The more you know, kids, the more you know. Anyways, we do get this little idol here, a little Chipmunk-like idol, and this is drawn a blank. This is one of those deep cuts. I'm sure it's part of an episode out there. I just missed it along the way somewhere. Very interesting. All in a kind of a blue color here. The more you know. I'll have to look that one up. There's no doubt about it. And then finally, we do get a little, what do you call this? Like a jail case, I guess. So you slide this over April. It was from the episode. It was from the back of the box there where she was kidnapped, and we got a head to go along with this here. So we do get a little of that going on. If you want to tie up April, you want to keep her jailed up, things like that. A very nice accessory. This is brand new. I'm here for that. There you go. Now we got to get down to April O'Neil. And these head sculpts, we have 3 of them here. All 3 of these heads are way better than the April O'Neil head we had in the past. And like I said, we'll compare that here in a little bit. But right out of the package there, you do get April O'Neil. A much smaller head, that is for sure. Definitely looks like April O'Neil. There's no denying who this is if you see this one. I know all day long this is April O'Neil. She does got a little bit of a giraffe neck going on there. A little bit long in the neck department, especially compared to the last one. But definitely looks like her. This is the plain Jane April O'Neil head. Very stoic looking. You get one with a little bit smile action going on here, so we get another one. Very similar, but just a little bit different. Basically, the mouth is the difference on this one. You get a little smiling head, things like that. So choose your own April O'Neil head adventure. And then you get the kidnapped April O'Neil one here as well, so you can mix that up. Definitely want to do that if you want to. And then, of course, you got April O'Neil. I'm going to grab the old one off here to the side. Now, a lot of similarities, a lot of differences here. Man, these new head sculpts 100 times better than this old head sculpt. Just leaving a lot to be desired, even for like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. What is time, once again, when this came out? Just not a good head sculpt. And I truly believe they give us 3 head sculpts here for the people that say, hey, I already have this one. Well, now you buy this one, you leave this head on here, you use one of these 2 heads on this one, kind of fix that up. You want a kidnapped April O'Neil display, you can put this on here. Choose your own head adventure, but definitely better head sculpts than the one we got in the past. So I'm here for it. I think the one out of the package is the best one, at least for me right now. Real quick, these bodies are identical here. You just got different colors. This is more of a brighter yellow, more of a mustard yellow. This is more of a kind of a light yellow color. So that's the real difference between the 2 bodies there. Articulation seems to be the same. Everything else is pretty much the same. Just a little different color variations. And I'm okay with that as well. So that is the differences between these Aprils. Let's break this April down to articulation. Of course, arms will go all the way around. Very stiff joints on this one. Very stiff. But our arms do go around. Just got to work through them. You got the double jointed elbows. You got to be very gentle on these articulation on her because they're very thin limbs. They could very easily break. So definitely I recommend being careful. You got that. The hands, of course, hands removable. Millions of hands over here. Back, forth, side to side, of course, on the hands. Head, back, forth, side to side. Head, of course, can be removable. Got the big hula hoop in the middle. A very skinny waist on her. Very skinny. Do those big old April O'Neil splits if you need to. You get the leg motion all around. No thigh cut on her. Double jointed knees, of course. Got the pins in the knees. No boot cut, but you do get the ankles back and forth, side to side right there. So plenty of articulation on old April. You got all the colorized cartoon kind of lining on her in your yellow jumpsuit with all the blacks going around. You do got, I guess, a mic pack on the back. I guess that's what I would say. If she's reporting, she'll have a little mic pack back there. But definitely, no doubt about it, an improvement on the last April. And I think a lot of people are going to be very happy with this April because they missed out on the last one, or the last one wasn't the best. It's getting a second shot at this. Of course, NECA, very smart, knowing the popularity of April O'Neil, knowing people are going to want it. Let's put it in a deluxe box. Let's raise the price a little bit. We'll sell a bunch of them. At the end of the day, it is a business. You got to take that business step back. That definitely works. I will say these ankles, when you do move the ankles, the articulation, unfortunately, a lot of paint is coming off of there. So I'm dripping paint everywhere, chipping off. So that's always unfortunate, but it's just kind of the way it goes. It is a little bit of an eyesore if you do look close down there. But it is what it is. I got little paint chips flying. And we're used to that a lot with these turtle figures. Once you start moving the articulation, some of the paint does chip off from time to time. Just kind of nature of the beast, I guess. Not number of the beast like Iron Maiden, but nature of the beast is what we have right here. But a good figure, is it great? I don't know. It's all right. But like I said earlier, it is a must-have figure. You got to have April O'Neil in your turtle collection. There's no doubt about it. She is not going to fit on a ringside collectible stand. Giving it the old test right now. Nope, not going to fit on a stand. Going to be one of those ones very hard to stand as well, as a weird body proportion, very small feet, and more paint falling off left and right here. So it is what it is, I guess. I don't know. It's up to you to decide if you're okay with that. But definitely going to be a hard one to stand, but definitely an iconic character, there's no doubt about it. And definitely a cornerstone of the Turtle universe is old April O'Neil. So there it is, April O'Neil out of the package, the Ultimate Edition. I don't know how she'll ever stand. I'll have to figure that out. Maybe some sticky tack, or maybe I'll just make it work right here at the table. Oh no, she fell off. She went all the way off. Oh my gosh. Caught her. But definitely going to be tough to stand. It'll be interesting trying to put these glamour shots together. I'll tell you that much right there. Not going to stand. Not going to do it. That's April. She's taking her stand, and she's taking it in her face. There you go. So there it is. April O'Neil Ultimate Edition NECA Cartoon Ninja Turtle. Target exclusive, at least as of now. What are your guys' thoughts? Picking this one up? Passing? Playing the long game? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. And don't forget about the Patreon channel for early access to videos like this. Bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, pizza reviews. Oh, yes, pizza. It's all over there on the Patreon, and truly your best way to support this very YouTube channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Pick up your Turtle Anxiety t-shirt over there at Pro Wrestling Tees. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget to hit me up, follow along on social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for some breaking news with April O'Neil, I am Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.